Hello, chat. Sorry it took me so long. My little model wasn't wanting to work. Yippee! Woo! Alright. Let me... I am still sick, chat. I am still infected with the ick. It's always the ick. Alright. Sorry to hear that. That's fine. We persist. The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Elise. Her body was found in the Hazakura temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue. The sword in this picture. Is this the weapon in question? This is the weapon in question, correct? Very well, the court accepts this photo of the crime scene. Crime photo added to the court record. There is no mistake, this was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to her crime. Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. Hi, Von Kaurma. And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney. Oh, don't say the Witness, state your name and occupation, please. Hold on there, I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. That was a sentence. Witness, please stand up nice and straight. If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain plagued witnesses. May I fetch a crate for this poor lady, please? There we go. Once again, your name and occupation, please. Little old me? Well, I'm the head nun of Hazakura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone. I love the judge's face. But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now. The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once. You want me to leave? No need to get your bikinis in a twist, let me tell you. I'm a sight to behold in summer. In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question. That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that. Diagnosed with small. I can deny it no longer. I am small. For those who are wondering, I am also small. I am very small. I'm like 5 foot. That is how small I am. Very small, indeed. Let's hear what you have to say then. First, tell us about a boot! Your own movements that night, eh? Night of the murder. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. There's no bath at the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back, that's when I saw it. I can confirm she is in fact very small. Teensy, even. Hey, hey, hey! Dog scratch. Not teensy. I am compact. There's a difference. So it was simply coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple. Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple. Sounds like a pretty important statement she just made. There's only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall at the first hurdle. Now are you, Miles Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination. Yes, sir, Judge, sir. She's Wincy. Bonks the dog. Okay, she isn't teensy. She's weensy. Brother! You just remember who introduced you to, Monster Musume. You just remember that, bro. I know which one's your favorite. But as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple.
Hold it!
You left Iris to help? With what? What do you think? The acolyte's training, of course. It was just past 10 p.m., so we were starting to enter into the training exercises proper. Wasn't it your place to remain with the disciple? Well, the job is simply to watch over the acolyte so that they don't pass away. Just to confirm this point again, that night, you met Iris in the inner temple, correct? Yes. She is a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my directions. You haven't said anything about Iris not having her hood, though.
Objection!
Gah! Dark times those were. She is very small. Speak of it you shall not. Even smaller than Weensy. Captain, you're sleeping on the couch tonight. No, if anything, I'm sleeping on the couch. Couch is more comfortable anyway. You have Iris's testimony. Oh, shoot! Ah, frick. Fuck. I clicked the wrong one. I'm stupid. Wait. Wait! Go back! I did a fucky wucky. Where's... That's weather data. Aha! Ring lights out bell at 10 p.m. Was then in her room until murder was discovered. Okay. Now, hold on. Okay, 1, 2... I left Iris to help the acolyte. Okay. That's where it goes. No to Iris. Iris' testimony. Present. There we go. She wouldn't dare expose any of my secrets. You want to bet on that one? I can expose a lot. AFK. Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all. Well, 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 don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of Hazakura Temple. Thought you were the head nun. In that case, Miss Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go near the inner temple at all. No, she said that? A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back. But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi. But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie. She does indeed have honest eyes. All people lie. That is my belief. You know what? For once, I'm actually gonna side with Von Karma on that one. All people lie. Everyone has lied at least once in their life. Why am I the only one being whipped in here? I have a feeling that she tried to whip Edgeworth and then Edgeworth just straight up smacked her across the face. That is sadly true. Yeah. Yeah, humans suck. Just adopt a cat or a dog. Just get a pet. Animals don't lie to you. Except maybe a parrot. Parrot could lie to you. Anyway, neither the witnesses nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means, you must call your memory into question. Dear, dear, dear. You're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, do you? Well, that isn't exactly what I... My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter. That is sadly true. Nah, Franny loves her brother too much to whip him. At least when he's being a good boy. No, I like to imagine that, like, she whipped Edgeworth once when they were, like, younger, and then Edgeworth just hauled back and pimp slapped that bitch, and she was like, I'm never doing this again. That is my headcanon. I need to draw a picture of Edgeworth just smacking the shit out of Von Karma now. I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show a more decisive piece of evidence. Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick. Then please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. About? Canadians talk funny. Oh, we talk funny? We talk funny, America? Free healthcare. Does that sound funny? At least our fries are better. I remember watching an anime called Hitalia, and they had someone drew a little animation of Canada and America fighting, and that was the that was the audio they used. Please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. Frost, you can't claim free healthcare when their options are weeks until available, and have you considered dying? Well, you see, that's the difference. At least where I live. If I wanted to die on my own terms, it's considered illegal. Why? I don't know. Oh shit, I didn't even read that. Fuck. Damn it. But have I considered dying? Yes. Very much so. That night I was helping an acolyte. Training in the inner temple. As you can see, my back likes to act up violently. Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly like she had been at dinner. False. False. Are you sure that you're not making a mistake? Young man. You, young man, need to get your estimation of me up from the floor. Iris always wears the same clothes. The smallest thing out of place would have stood out like a sore thumb to me. You're making a mistake. Thinking I made a mistake. An excellent finish there, witness. Still, I have to wonder. You bitch! You lying bikini-having bitch! How do you explain this? Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon-warding hood, correct? Of course. That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Hold it right there. Why do you have that? Well, as you can clearly see, dear sister, I have the high ground, and you are fucking stupid. Okay. That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night, before the lights out bell was rung. What? Absolutely true, Justin. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, she would have seen this hood gone from her head and she would have been like, oh shit. Bitch, why you running around without your clothes? As you can see, Miss Von Karma, I own an air fryer. Edgeworth, why are you frying air? And the Irish she saw should have been missing this very hood. Well, oh my god, the milk crates! It's not a bad feeling at all, exposing contradictions like this. Now I understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it. Edgeworth is discovering why his boyfriend likes his work. Yeah. If she did see Iris, she straight up would have just looked at her and been like, where your clothes at? What? Where your clothes at? Sister! This hood. You have spare ones around the temple, don't you? Spares. Well, I do tend to make too many of them. I see. A stockpile, a surplus of hoods, eh? Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned. And this is quite strange. If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here. I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Also, fuck you for pulling out that bullshit logic. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt. Witness. While I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision. I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple. Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation. After my bath. Finished my bath around 11. I thought I should return to the inner temple. As I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look, and Iris was Oh, Mystic Elise. And with that sword of all things. Was she really trying to stab her, or was she trying to help her? Because from the photo, like from the photo that they're showing. Bohoho, contradictory stimulation after the bath. Nice. Nice. Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room which faces out onto the courtyard. Stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Well, something like that. This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe. Turns out that that's Gumshoe's dad. Imagine. I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Oh, gosh damn it, no, please! Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth, thank God. Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours? Nah, because she's a bitch. Gumshoe? A Canadian? Never. Nah, he's got the right temperament. He's a pretty gentle giant. Finish my bath. Around 11. I should return the temple. Walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. Mystic Elise with that sword of all things. She's staying in the corner room which faces to the courtyard. Stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. I don't think... She died before, right? Loss of blood from stab in the back. Body fell 10 foot after death. Yeah. So... Hold on. Do you guys think Gumshoe and Baymax would be friends? Yes. That makes you so sure of all this? What makes you so sure of all this? It's just like I told you earlier. I heard a noise from the courtyard, okay? Thump, just like that. You're one smart sister, I'll give you that. The autopsy report states that the victim's body was covered in bruises, indicating a fall from around 10 feet in height. Yeah, but it also said the body was deceased. It appears that the witness was not mistaken then. Yep. I'm more than just a pretty face, especially in winter. I'm a woman of faith, after all, head honcho of Hazakura Temple. There's only 2 of them working there. What's wrong, Miles Edgeworth? No snappy comeback remark? It doesn't feel like she is lying. This is very powerful testimony, too. She claims to have seen the instant in which the defendant stabbed the victim. There are only 2 things I can believe in right now. My client, Iris, and my own abilities as a defense attorney. Yeah, so I would present the autopsy report, because... Yeah, it may have said that she had bruises, but, like, body fell 10 feet after death. Impressive logic, that's what I'd like to say anyway. Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter. However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report? The autopsy report? The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. That's right. It says after death right here. The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall? Order. The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree? That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below. Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Elise's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a bloodstain, wouldn't you agree? Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood? No traces of blood were found in the victim's room. Your whip has just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beard. However, if there was no blood in the room, then your claim that... I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure your honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood. When it produces the most blood, very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed. That is the most logic you have ever brought to a fucking conversation this entire game that I have seen you. Why didn't you have this logic before? What the fuck? With the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound. That's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. Perfectly reasonable line of thinking. We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions. Okay, hold up a damn minute. Hold up. Thank you. I am confused. Because first of all, are we not gonna talk about where the fucking amethyst ball went? I must admit that this is a probable version of events. I'd expect no less from Franziska von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. It seems that we need a clearer testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please! Remain standing on the crate. Don't go selling me short now. The weight of winter snow has bent me out of shape, especially my back and my mood. Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here. That is a promising offer, with the whip. Oh boy. Alright, alright. I don't have Twitch chat displayed, so if anyone is on Twitch, thank you for coming to the live stream. Further details. When I looked across the scene, the sword was already in place. Now, here's the thing that I can't get wrapped around my mind. And maybe it's just because I'm sick and I'm loopy off of like off of sleep deprivation because I can't hardly sleep without being able to breathe. Dear God, pray you never get a happy ending message from Von Karma. It will actually be your end. Oh God. But like... Never mind, we'll just keep playing the game, bro. I don't know, I'm so tired. I'm so tired, guys. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? When I awoke, Mystic Ami was stabbing Mystic Elise through the back. This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory. Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection. Hello, Jelly. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth. Perfection is an impossibility, Franziska Von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that. I was touching grass before- You touched grass? How could you? When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. I've never seen so much blood before.
Hold it!
So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood? That's right. Some of it had splattered onto Iris, too. When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room, and her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner. What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well? That seems quite conclusive to me. What should I do? Press this point further? Hello, Trevor. Jelly. Going back to your previous statement, you said that you saw a little bleeding when the victim was stabbed, but now you say you saw the victim bleeding? Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw. Wait. I say that what I saw is what I saw. Okay, yes, I did read that right. God. I hate when I read something and I have to reread it 3 times because I feel like I've had a stroke trying to read it. What did you see? Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull the sword out of her, plain as day.
Oh my God!
Yes. Pulling the sword out? Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out. Witness, you will add the statement to your testimony. Oh, was that important? More important than you can imagine. And yes, it is important. That was perfectly timed, for real. Yes. Okay. Thinking about it, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. I saw the instant in which the blade plunged into the hilt. It was smoothly drawn out. Someone clipped that. Smoothly drawn out. That thing? Bruh. The blade didn't go to the hilt. The blood isn't even that far. Yeah. I will say it is kind of nice seeing Edgeworth on Phoenix's side of the courtroom for once. It's a little cursed. Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. I cannot read. At least I'd like to think so, but there are too many contradictions here. What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar. But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. Bro, why does Edgeworth get pretty privilege? What the fuck? Edgeworth is always getting pretty privilege. That's how I know he's a bottom. What?
Here's your coffee.
What, Captain?
I'm gonna leave.
Okay. Yeah, Justin, it's harder to get in than take out. It should be way smoother if you take it out the same way. He is a gentleman. Of course he pulls ladies. What contradictions are you talking about? In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. What do you mean? Explain yourself. To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone with the hilt of this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that. Bro, she doesn't even look strong enough to lift the fucking thing. Doesn't appear? What meaningless drivel. I too may appear to be weak and frail, but I can crush men under my heel and make them weep, so should I so choose. I don't think that's the flex you think it is. That makes you sound like more of a dominatrix. I think you may want to rethink that sentence, ma'am. The objection stands. I wept a little back there, I must admit. That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out so smoothly. We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding. Yeah, because like if you plunge a steak knife into somebody, that's a pretty uniform shape and it can't really go that deep, so it just acts as like a plug. So as long as you don't take it out, there's not like a whole surplus of blood just spewing out of the victim. But if you have like a really jagged knife and weapon that's just gonna cut different pieces of flesh out and just rip it, and there's no point. He would have went all the way through his body. Honestly, okay, looking at this, getting the tip in would be enough of a fucking struggle, let alone getting 2 other branches. Almost 3, right? So like, whoever did this, like, had to put some fucking force behind stabbing. I mean, let alone, like, I can only imagine the weight of this is at least 10 pounds, if not maybe more. And that's not even counting for, like, weight distribution. Because, let's see. Yeah, because this sword is about as long as her torso, so, like, that's a heavy fucking sword. Or it isn't the murder weapon. That's way more than 10. Bro. I know it's more than 10, but I'm saying, like, at the very least, it is 10 pounds. Gosh, damn it! Rooster! Why did you... Hold on. Oh. No, hear me out. Give me a sec. Does someone actually have the weight to this thing? Because I don't know what material this is made of. It was said that the sword was drawn out, but the photo shows that it's still in the body. And it's shallow. That too. That too. Because this third spike isn't even anywhere near the body. So either some motherfucker dipped this in red paint and people are just stupid, or we got some wibbly wobbly time bullshit on our hands. It's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with the sword. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss. No, it wouldn't. I'm not finished. There is still one more conclusive contradiction. You've still got more? Oh, don't underestimate Edgeworth. He always has more. I think the branch that reaches out as far as the main tip is also in the body. Yeah. This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? Ah. If this witness... Oh, I just realized you can see the little button on him. That's adorable. Wait. Attorney's badge received from Wright. He wasn't serious when he gave this to me, was he? That's so cute. I didn't know you could actually see it on his little jacket. That's adorable. If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword. No! Bravo, Miles Edgeworth, raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that. But what does all this mean? You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but having come this far, there can only be one answer. And that is, your witness is a lying bitch! That's what that means. The weapon used to kill the victim was not the sword. What? A foolishly foolish idea born from the foolish mind of a foolhardy foolish fool. Good God. Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think that this sword was the murder weapon? So, like, did we not test any of this red stuff for paint? Did we not test and see if it was blood? The fuck kind of police force we working with? I hate Edgeworth's eyes. Only a select few that aren't here right now knows what I mean by saying that. It is blood cam shit. I know. I'm just fucking with it because, like, just because sometimes I know this game likes to pull, like, bullshit excuses as to, like, this obviously can't be paint because we tested it and it's the victim's blood, and conveniently it's in the shape of Maya's fingerprints. Have a good day. Have fun with the stream. Hope it's fun.
Can we do Edgeworth a cool hat using PNG technology?
Thank you for the donation. Bye, Trevor. Okay, it's because Mystic Ami was holding it. Exactly, however, if you reflect on this, then that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong, that this is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the sword was the murder weapon. Order, order, order. So maybe the sword was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object. That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises. The obvious question? Yes. Namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. That's... Answer the question, Miss Von Karma. No evidence of that kind was found. The remaining 4 shall be given one by one. But you don't know when. Thank you for the $20. Why was the weapon withdrawn in the first place? Okay, here's my question. How the fuck did they get this off of the statue? Because, like, from the looks of it... From the looks of it, it doesn't seem like you'd be able to really get that out. Why do I have a crazy thought? Like, if it was with the sword. Huh. I don't know, like, I'm just confused about how this sword even got into this equation, because, like, you can't really move this. The staff seems oddly sharp. That it do seem oddly sharp. And also, the little amethyst ball is missing, so I think someone figured out it was actual amethyst and was like, fuck yeah, that's mine now. Another mystery to throw onto the pile. A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast. Excuse me, could I say something? I just remembered something, actually. What is it, sister? I was just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was... it was just over there. What exactly are you going on about? The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe... I think I might know where the sword was disposed of. You what? Well then. I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister. They would have died in a stab. Hi. Oh damn. Fungi, you just missed him. Not Kinky Whip Lady again. Impossible. Hello, Fungi. What else? What else could this old woman have seen? The dawn of space and time, I guess. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. That's a very bold claim. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back when I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all. Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time. Well, I'm not in the best of shape, what with my back and my age, you know. Quite. English. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. There is a photograph. Or here is a photograph. Hello. Fungi is here. Would you like to say hello? Gross. A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory. The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge. That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon. Also a perfect place to dispose of a body. Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please. The snowmobile's the murderer. Lock him up, boys. Bro, imagine it was actually Larry this time. I would cry. Saw the murder. Wait a minute. Asking, saw tracks. Takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. I threw the weapon. Eagle River came back. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How would they have... There's only one set. Meaning that it was only used once. No, not Larry. I love Larry. One set of tracks. Yeah.
Objection!
Do I present it here? Please tell me I can present it here. I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth. However, bitch, it was the witness set. If what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks? What do you mean? Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back. Ah, you're right. You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your precious contradiction, now doesn't it? I see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow. What do you have to say now, Edgeworth? Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that the snowfall covered one set of fall tracks. There is a contradiction. You thought I was stupid! You thought I was a big dingus! The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible. Why would you care to explain? My nose itched. Why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction. No need, the evidence will do all the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow. Snow, 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m. Lightning, 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. So, if we go off of this, the body was found. And the body was... I can't... Okay. Time, 10 to 11. Cause, loss of blood from stab in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. And then this... Snow with occasional lightning strikes. Snow ended. It ended at around 10, but it started at 7. Which was way too early for her to be... Stop! For her to be doing fuck shit.
Take that!
Witness! Please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime. Like I said, it was around 11. Of course. This means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. The weather report? Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped around 10:50. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. Ah! Order. Very well then. Looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. Gosh damn it. It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Why is it pathetic to rely on the weather? Weather. Bleh. God, I can't speak. Or read. Fuck! I don't like the Canadian guy. I don't think anyone really likes the Canadian guy. Answer me this then. Riddle me this, Batman. When is a weather report ever correct? No, you've got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast, this is actual data. Forecast data, all weather reports have some inaccuracies. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m. It's true, we cannot be totally sure. What? How did she pull that off? Tits. How dare you, I love him. I don't hate him, but I don't like him. He's okay. It had stopped snowing in Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. We need to provide conclusive evidence of this. Come this far, there's no turning back now. Shit. Hey, yo, wait, no, I can't prove this. Hold on. Yeah, everything else is covered in snow but her. Dead bodies don't move. So she couldn't have just placed herself there. He's too Canadian for me. Jesus. Seems a little judgmental, Jelly, but okay. But if everything else is covered in snow, why isn't she covered in snow? Big brain. There's no turning back now. What? Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony. Ha! You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, where is your evidence that it has already stopped snowing when the victim was killed? Ba-bam! Bitch. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in the courtyard when the victim was stabbed. And that's right, but proving that is incredibly easy. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I am referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow. With just one exception. That is, the victim herself, Miss Elise. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. Damn it. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph, there should be two sets of tracks. Order. Yeah, just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth? I am suggesting, to be honest, I am not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all of the facts point to. Try when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
Alright, stream's over.
I think we're almost done with this, though.
No, stream's over.
Oh. Why?
We've gotta go.
Go where?
Somewhere.
That's real descriptive.
You found out.
Okay. At least let me get through this dialogue. That night, someone used...
Fuck.
What?
I just shit my pants, dude. I'm just kidding.
Someone used a snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing. Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow. Then, when this person returned to Hazakura Temple... We literally are practically at the end. Yeah, I know, I'm just gonna finish this up. Snow had stopped, thus the return tracks remained. Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me. What does, sister? There is only one key for the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder. Which can only mean that night, Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance. The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge, so she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot. Bam. Sounds right. But what's odd is when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple, I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. You must have just failed to see it, sister. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, the snowmobile was there. It was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too. But that isn't possible. I have marshmallow fluff. I am happy. Jelly. Have you ever made a fluffer nutter sandwich? It is a peanut butter sandwich with marshmallow fluff on it. Order in the court. What does this all mean? It means this shit is confusing and brain hurty. I know. It's godly. I've never had one. I've heard that they're good. So then, what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I once gave a fluffer nutter to a person with a peanut allergy. Oh god, Jelly! Why? I think we've learned all we can from this witness. Yes, I have nothing more to add. I told you everything that I know. But then, it still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile. Witness, huh? Was there no one out walking, perhaps, near Dusky Bridge on that night? I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in that. Unless they had something really important to do. That's a shame. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have been gone wandering out on the subarctic night. Your Honor, actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. Really? You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder? I don't know for sure if he saw it or not, but there are 2 things about him that do come to mind. Which are, first, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder. And the second being, this individual that I am thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot. An idiot on a mission near Dusky Bridge. Who is this idiot you are talking about? Larry. This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc The Ludoc's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting. This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise. Her student? Interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder? That's... I could tell them about his designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him, although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason. And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, what exactly was it that he saw? I intend to extract that from him right here in this courtroom. Summon this youth as a witness immediately! I have no choice, do I? I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well. Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Ms. Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness. Understood, Your Honor. Good. Well then, court is now in recess. Francisca's going to hate this man so much. So many whippings. Jeez. I'm going to suck him dry. Wait, that came out wrong. Yes, save progress. Boop. Blink. Alright. February 9, 11:15 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say. Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are 2 things which I need to ask you before we reconvene. Alright, I'll help you any way I can. First, about that night, you really didn't go to the Inner Temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying. Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple. Very well. Second thing then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the times Sister Bikini returned to the main hall in which she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile? There's only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me. So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. This bitch! Jesus Christ! What the fuck, bro? I thought we were over this. I can't tell you about that yet. Not until her safety is confirmed. Her? The safety of the Acolyte. The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya. Iris, look at me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise? No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life. As I thought, no psycholocks. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. February 9th, 11:36 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 7. Aight. We back at it again. Court will now reconvene. Not for us. We're going to save. Here. Alright. Alright, everyone. I hope everyone had a great time here. I have been so fucking confused this entire trial. Does not help that I'm sick.
So who's dead?
Elise.
Elise?
She kind of looks like a mature, Mia.
She's probably like some half-sister we don't know about. I'm telling you right now, you know who's gonna be involved? Godot. Because Godot was definitely Armando. He was banging Mia. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, I don't know.
He's involved somehow. And that fucking bitch, whatever the fuck her name is, Phoenix's ex-girl. What's her name? Dahlia Hawthorne? She's definitely related to that fucking bitchy aunt that's in prison right now.
Anyway.
Put that out there.
Dahlia. Anyway. Gosh damn it. Captain is going insane from sickness. Put him to bed.
No, I'm being serious, man. I'm telling you. I fucking know this shit. You know how I know? I just have a feeling because it's so fucking out of left field that Ace Attorney would do it.
I mean, he's got a point. Sleep. Jelly says. Okay.
Rooster.
Regardless. Hey.
What?
Friday.
It's Friday.
What are you doing
I'm
Friday?
gonna try to do Minecraft.
Okay. Captain is doing
It depends on what happens.
Okay. Possibly for Friday, Captain is going to do a Minecraft stream. I only say probably because Captain Mom has a dog. Her name is Coraline. And she's been really, really sick past day or so. And we're gonna take her to the vet and make sure nothing's wrong. And yeah. So, hopes and prayers for sweet doggo. But we will, if something ends up happening tomorrow, we will let you guys know. And we'll probably take off streaming for a day or two afterwards. Anyway. Regardless, I hope everyone had a great time. You are important to someone, so stay alive. Stay frosty.
Fuck!